second graders. Today our math lesson is chapter 4, lesson number 5, which is on subtract two-digit numbers. We have worked on this concept and skill all last week and even before Thanksgiving break. So this will be another great day of review and practice. Our essential question is, how can I subtract two-digit numbers? So we're going to continue working on that skill and concept. So please look in your binders under Monday, December 7th and see if you can find your subtraction of two-digit numbers lesson number 5 worksheet. And it should be page number 249 in the front cover, and you should see some kids swimming. Pause the video if you need to go get it. Once you get it, please put your name at the top nice and neatly. And then we are going to do together the math in my world. It says there are 42 people swimming at the pool. Use base 10 blocks to show these people. All right, so 42 people. Mrs. Murphy is going to write up here 42, and I know that's 4 10s, 2 1s. And then I'm going to draw my base 10 blocks. So remember, you're going to draw them. Your base 10s are the sticks, and you need 4 of them. Okay, you can make them big, you can make them small, as long as I know there's 4 sticks. Now, it's 42. So I should have 2 little cubes. Then over here, on the side, under these kids swimming, I want you to write 42. So there's 42 people in the pool swimming. Now, the next part says 13 people go home. So if they go home, I know I'm not adding, I'm subtracting, I'm taking away because they're leaving. So I'm going to subtract 13. So over here, I'm going to put 13 are going to go home. And make sure you line that up. You make your subtraction sign and your equals bar. Now, I'm going to go over here in my ones column, and I have 2, but I got to take 3 away. Can I do that? No, because I only have 2. So this number is bigger on the bottom, bigger bottom, better borrow. We're going to go borrow from this 4. Okay, and I know it becomes a 3 because if I borrow, I'm going to take 1 away. So I'm going to cross off one of these blocks, one of these 10 sticks, and then I'm going to move it over here to the ones. So I'm going to make 10 little cubes over here. Okay? So now if you look, you have these 10 plus 2 more. 10, 11, 12. So over here, I'm going to write that I now have not 2, but I have 12. Can I take 3 away? Yeah, I can now take 3 away. It doesn't matter which 3, but I can take 3 away. I'm going to take away these 2 and this one. So now I know that there are 9 left because there was 10, but I only took 1 from that little group. So 12 minus 3, I can count 12 and go back by 3, 11, 10, 9 to double check my work, and I'm right. So 12 minus 3 is 9. And then 3, if I had 3 and I took 1, if I had 4 and I took 1 away, and now I have 3, and now I have to take another 1 away. So now I should have these 2 left. So there should be 29 people left in the pool. Pause the video if you need to catch up. And when you get this done, you may turn to the next page. On this next page, Mrs. Murphy's going to do this guided practice with you. It is going to show you that if we want to find, sorry, that's a little too big, 52 minus 17, we are going to review. Our first step is that we need to show 52 blocks, which is up here. And when we want to subtract 7, Can you do that? No. Bigger bottom, we're going to need to borrow. So over here is our second step. We need to regroup. We're borrowing that 5, or one of them, so we're going to have 4. And that one we're borrowing, we're going to break it apart over here into 10 little cubes. So now we have 10 plus 2 more is 12. Okay? So it's always good to cross out numbers as you regroup them. See how Mrs. Murphy is showing you up here how they're crossing off these numbers to regroup? Then our third step is to subtract the ones first. So always then subtract the ones and put your answer, and then subtract your tens and put your answer. Okay, so remember those are the 4 steps. Now, we're going to do 1 and 2 together. On number 1, ooh, I was hoping I could make that a little bit bigger, but I guess I can't. On number 1, I have 35 blocks, 10, 20, 30. And then I have these 5 over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 35. So the red ones are the 35. And I want to take away 17. So if I go down here, 5 minus 7, I can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm going to go over and borrow this from the tens column. So I'm going to put a B there. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So cross this off. This 3 now becomes a 1, 2. Now, if I have these 10 over here, plus I'm adding 5 more, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I should have 15. Can I take 7 away now? Yes. So I'm going to cross off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, how many am I left with? Well, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm left with 8 for the ones. And I know that's right because 7 plus 8 is 15. It's a fact family. Then I have 2 left, and I'm going to take 1 away. So how many is left? So I should just have 1 10 left. So my difference, or my answer, should be 18. Okay, on to number 2. I have 47, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. That is correct. And I want to subtract going down. I have 7 ones, and I want to take away 4. Can I do that? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. The number on the bottom is not bigger, so I don't need to borrow. So 7 minus 4 is 3. Then if I have 4 of these in the tens and I take 2 away, then I should have 2 tens left, which is 20. So I should have 23. Okay, pause the video if you need to catch up. And then I would like you to flip it to the back because you will do the independent practice on your own. So flip it to the back to, I think it's 252. Yep. And then cross off the brain builders. We're going to skip the brain builders, like I said, while we're doing remote learning, because I want to focus on the skills and the problem solving. All right, we're going to do the problem solving together. It says 35 people are in line for the diving board at the pool. 16 people jump off the diving board. How many people are still in line? So let's think about this. We're not adding. We're subtracting because some people jump off the diving board. So we need to start with our bigger number, which is 35. So find a spot where there's nice white space where you can write your problem. And you're going to start with 35. Mrs. Murphy's going to write mine over here. And I'm going to take away 16. So I'm going to subtract 16 from here. And I'll draw my subtraction sign and equals bar. Now I'm going to start with the ones column. 5 minus 6. I have 5 and I want to take 6 away. I can't do that. Bigger bottom, better borrow. So I'm going to go over to this 3 up here and I'm say, hey, I want to borrow, please. You have 3, I'm going to take 1 away, so now I have 2. Then I'm going to move it over going to take that 10 and add 5 more. So it'll be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I can do that. 15 minus 6. So 15 takes 6 away would be 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. And then I can go to the tens column. 2, take 1 away would be 1. So there are 19 people still in line at the pool. Pause if you need to. When you get done, you're going to go back to the independent practice sheet, which is on page 251. And Mrs. Murphy would like you to practice subtracting with borrowing. Make sure you're looking. There's a couple like this one. That is not a bigger bottom, so I don't need to borrow. So make sure you're remembering the steps. If there's a bigger bottom, you need to borrow and regroup. Okay? Complete this worksheet. If you have problems on it or questions, come on and Zoom at 1:30 and Mrs. Murphy can help you.